Or did you just post it? Nope. Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, guys, it's gone live automatically. Let's see if it works.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, everybody mute themselves from now on then.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? If you could let me know in chat, please, that'd be great. Fantastic. Okay, well, let's get this started, guys. Okay. Good evening and welcome. Actually, before we get going, Sudo, I've got some feedback there, mate. Sorry, guys, we'll just be one moment. Sudo, can we turn up my mic volume? Is that possible? Okay, is that better, guys? And guys and girls? Sounds okay. I see that comment, Jesse. Okay, look, let's get started, guys. Hopefully you can hear me. It sounds okay. So, good evening and welcome, everyone. On behalf of the Justice Management team, I'd like to thank you all, not only for giving up your time to spend with us for this inaugural Justice Esports Town Hall, but also for agreeing to become part of the Justice Esports family. My name is Ed Kinsella, otherwise known as FODS, and my background is corporate IT, but I've been a gamer all my life. And today, myself and the rest of the management team will be sharing with you what Justice stands for as an organisation, what it means to be a member of Justice, and how we're going to grow and succeed together. Because ultimately, your success is our success and vice versa. You're all here because you excel at what you do, whether it be Fortnite, Rocket League, Super Smash Brothers, Pokemon, or live streaming. You're all also here because we think you have the potential to be even better, and we want to see you reach that potential. And we will do everything within our power to make that happen. So before we get started, I'd just like to quickly explain what a town hall is for those of you who know the concept. It's extremely important for any organisation to communicate its vision and its strategy to its members so that you have faith in leadership, faith that we have a plan and we can execute on that plan. It's also important that every member has a voice in the organisation, and there'll be a question and answer section at the end of this meeting where we will go through chat and answer any questions that you do have, and that's your opportunity to ask those questions in an open peers. I promise we'll do the best to answer your questions today, but if you do ask a question that we have to go back to you on, the answer will be published in the members channel. Our intention is to run these town hall meetings quarterly. So every 3 months, we'll have these gatherings to make sure that we're delivering what we set out to achieve. Okay, so let's have a quick look at today's agenda and get started. Okay, thanks, Sudo. So there's a bit of a delay there between the stream, no problem. Okay, so today I'll be doing, after the introduction and welcome, I'm FODS. We'll be going through, handing over to Ghost Jr., who will talk on behalf of the founders and why we've created this organisation. We'll then have a message from the CEO, Nash Haunt, or Haunty as he's known. Then Eisenbard and Sudo will be going through operations and infrastructure. I'll be talking a little bit about the stream team and also the business launch and development. So before we drill down into our organisation, to share rationale for creating this business and some of the incredible statistics that esports generated. Because in our view, it's the next big thing. And that is a view shared by many large and established organisations around. As many of you likely know, esports has been slowly gathering momentum since about the year 2000, when the World Cyber Games and Cyber Athletes Professional League were in competition to be the world's largest esports event with up to $100,000 in prize money. Many frags, goals, victories, and years later, it's become one of the fastest growing events, with prize money reaching up to $20 million and up to 36 million unique viewers for a single event. To put that in perspective, an estimated 103 million watched the Super Bowl. So when you put those kind of numbers in front of large traditional advertising conglomerates, they start to take notice. In 2015, esports global revenues exceeded $320 million in the US. In 2018, esports will generate $905 million. That's incredible growth in the last 3 years. By 2021, NewsView, one of the premier online esports statistical analysis firms, forecast the revenue number which $1.65 billion generated, 84% of which will be sponsorship investment. The global average esports fan will spend $5.49 this year, up 20% from 2017. So what does that mean? It means for every fan your organisation or team has, you can expect to generate $5.49 return in, and that looks set to grow. So why is so much money being put into esports by its sponsors? The answer is target market. In 2018, the total global audience will reach 380 million viewers, 75% are between 18. This is traditionally a very difficult demographic to market to, and one which has been steadily moving away from traditional methods of consuming advertising television. They also tend to have disposable income, so it just makes sense. The revenue and the growth is there, and if you build it, they will come, and they're already here. As esports grows, so does the level of investment in community, not only from traditional endemic brands that sell gaming products and hardware and software, but also from non-endemic consumer behemoths like Coca-Cola, Toyota, American Express. These are huge brands that are bringing big money into the scene, driven the esports revenue explosion with an upward trajectory that shows no sign of stopping. Esports is big business, and right now it's a land grab, as even traditional sporting organisations invest in the acquisition of esports teams. There's been a lot of activity in the European and Asian markets in this space, with NBA teams, NHL teams, soccer giants like Real Madrid, Barcelona, all acquiring rosters and players in the last 2 years. And here in Australia, the market is waking up. The Adelaide Crows have made their first foray into esports after acquiring Team Legacy last year, and the Essendon Bombers have partnered with esports consulting firm Executive Esports and Entertainment to purchase the League of Legends team Abyss and move the entire team to Melbourne. It's a substantial investment. And if people want to watch it, then mainstream media will broadcast it. While Amazon's Twitch and Google's YouTube and other streaming services have led the way in facilitating the consumption of esports content, established powerhouses like ESPN, TBS, and Sky have dedicated esports channels and online verticals which are becoming increasingly. Even as in Australia, many of you would have seen over the last few competitive series was broadcast on Channel 1, which is a subsidiary of Channel 10 on Sundays. I was able to turn on my TV, watch Rock League with professional commentary and professional production values. And that is amazing. It's only the beginning. When I think back to my time as a low-tiered spot, Counter-Strike original 1.6 player, where we got free accounts at an internet cafe and competition entry fees, and that was about it. We've come an incredibly, and we have a long way yet to go. So why should you get involved in esports? What's in it for the players? Can you make a career out of this? The short answer is yes, you can, and people already are. Gone are the days when the best performing clans or teams in a particular game only receive kudos from the community and all from other players when they enter a server. The reality is you can make a living doing this now. With the level of sponsorship funding entering esports and alternative stream opportunities provided by streaming platforms like Twitch and sponsorship and player contracts, this can mean thousands of dollars a month to a player, if the player and the organization are successful together. Ultimately, this is where we want celebrating our success and your success together. So I'd like to share a few interesting statistics that kind of blow my mind. In April this year, Tyler Ninja Blevins, the top Fortnite streamer on the Twitch platform, beat out the top two players of the most followed sport on the planet, soccer, football, if you're a purist like me, to take the number one spot in social media interactions globally. That means that more people were talking about him than any other media or sport personality across the globe. And this translates into huge revenue. Ninja makes more than $600,000 a month from subscriptions, sponsorship, and advertising. And that is those CEOs. And this is the level of power and prestige that Twitch streaming with high-level gaming can deliver. From a purely competitive standpoint, you can see on the right-hand side of this slide the top 5 esports athletes both globally and in Australia, and it's not chump change. We're talking about millions of dollars in prize money, and those figures are only prize money. They don't include streaming or sponsorship or professional contract revenue. I think it's important to remember too that esports actually presents job seekers with genuine, viable opportunities outside of being a. So, and this might not be common knowledge to everyone, but I mean, you can be a shoutcaster or a host, you can be a coach or an analyst, a journalist, content creator. You can go into esports marketing, product management, sales, partnership management. Or you can be an organization. You can own an organization. You can be a community or social media manager. You can even be an esports agent these days. And then there are other peripheral esports careers like game development, game publishing, distribution, that kind of stuff. That all benefit from esports experience. And that is what you are going to get as being part of the Justice family. So now I'd like to invite Graham Ghost Jr. Haunt to offer you a message from founders on why they decided to make the foray into competitive esports.
Hi, everybody. Hi, guys. Thank you, Ed. On behalf of the founders and myself, I'd like to thank you all for being part of the Justice. I'd like to introduce the founders. My son, Nash Haunt, is the CEO. His good friend, Ryan Bratusta, as the COO. And myself, Graham Haunt, as a non-executive director. What that means is that I help them all in everything that they can do, business, help them succeed, and help everybody succeed in this. Why we founded Justice Justice Esports came into existence as the brainchild of Nash and Ryan. They both were involved in other organizations and in the wider professional gaming community. They both show an amazing drive and passion in this industry. On a personal note, I got into esports because I saw what it brought out in son Nash. It showed a level of commitment and professionalism that wasn't there during. And as parents, if you're listening here, you'll understand what I mean. You see the level of dedication that is into the gaming, their understanding and their comprehension of it is phenomenal. And why will Justice be different to other organizations? We started Justice because we wanted to create not only a professional gaming organization, but a safe environment for the whole gaming community. Yeah, the reason why we wanted and created a safe space is because my son Nash, who has higher functioning autism and Asperger's, there aren't many places kids on the spectrum can go than the internet. Even though they often get ridiculed and misunderstood while trying to do the things that they love, it still gives them a place to express who they are. It's what we see, and we see them love it. The ideals of Justice Esports. Here at Justice, our ethos, it is honesty. Be honest with yourself and be honest with everybody. Integrity, that says it all for itself. Just be the right kind of people that you want to be. Community, we are a big happy family here at Justice. It's what we strive to maintain and keep moving forward and get to a bigger. We are all empathic. We all show we care and that we want everybody to develop and become a better you. Transparency. We want this business to be open so that everybody knows where we're going and how we're, and what we're going to do and when we're going to do it. I want you all to be involved. That leads me to the collaborative nature of what the team is about. We are wanting to work together with any idea. There's no such thing as a bad idea. I want that to be fun. I want it to be energetic. The fun nature that everybody I can see in chat, looking at it now, reading it, it's fantastic to see. Yet I want to keep it. Professionalism is key to making this work as a long haul sort of business. We have the abilities, we have the players, we have the community, we have everything there is to need to move forward and develop and be the best in the field. And I have faith in every one of you to do that. We just want to strive to be the best in alignment with the justice. It's one of the reasons our Discord is monitored Vanity Bot, as well as a team of community managers and moderators, is to create a pleasurable environment for all our community. To go from that to our players, Justice Esports Players Charter. This is a big thing for me. Coming from a professional sporting background, the charters that we live, breathe by is something that all of us can use in daily life. Respect each other, respect your opposition, respect the coaching. It's a major part of what you're going to be doing this. If you're going to do this, be honest about everything. Talk to each other. Dedication. Dedicate yourself to what you want to do and how you're going to achieve it. But do it in a way that you know you're being the best. Polite. Be polite at all times. It costs nothing. As a parent, and I know parents out there listening, it's fantastic to see our kids being polite in public and out there on show. It gives us a sense of positivity. That just breeds everything that I've been talking about. To be positive just uplifts everybody around you and yourself. It brings you up with it. And again, back to fun. I think fun is key. You all know me, who's talked to me. I'm a fun person. And I think that everything we do is professionalism. And I keep coming back to this every time. It's key to our success. Be professional at all times on social media, in games. Be aware that other players are going to be looking up to you guys and want to be and emulate you. You're a leader in a professional industry, and you're going to be out there for millions of people to just do the best that you can, guys. I'd like to hand you back now to Ed. Thanks for listening, and we're going to kick it out. Talk to you later, guys. Hand you back to Ed now. Thanks, Ed.
Thank you, Graham. Hopefully, I've just been told I had some mic issues on the first part of this presentation. Hopefully, I've resolved those. And look, it's exactly Graham's passion for creating a safe environment for people to socialise and play games and have fun in that drew me into the Justice family. And I hope you all feel the same way. And now I'd like to invite Nash Horn, the CEO of Justice Esports, to say a few words.
Yeah, thanks, Fods. Hey guys, as you most know, my name is Haunty. My real name is Nash Haunt, for everyone to know. It is the reason as to why my in-game name is Haunty. So first of all, I would like to thank all of you for joining myself and the management team on the journey that is Justice Esports. We are absolutely thrilled to have you all represent us in your respective games. As an organization, we plan to be very community-based, like many organizations. So we'll be holding a good amount of community tournaments that we'd love all of you to be a part of, to promote these tournaments, as well as to get the community riled up for these tournaments as well. Now, as some of you may know, I'm new to being a chief executive of operations. So it's been very stressful, but I have been very motivated to do this, and I've been going through different courses such as business and gaming courses, and I've also been picking out bits and pieces from other organization CEOs like the Chiefs and Tainted Minds. So it's been very good for me to know about where I am as in a position that I'm not used to. So it's been a very cool experience for myself. And I want to also make this point that I will assure all of you that I want this organization to succeed. I also wanted to make this talk about this time and of me leading up to the creation of Justice Esports. So, as a person who, as my dad, Ghost Jr., has said, I've gone through autism and I've gone through Asperger's. Gaming was a safe haven for me. So, when I first heard about competitive gaming, it was really awesome to me. It blew my mind, honestly, when I first heard about it back in 2013, 2014. I was very interested in Pokemon. But I didn't start off with Pokemon. I went to Rocket League first, hence why a lot of the community knows me. So I was very convinced that esports, competitive gaming, was going to be a big thing. So I was always trying to fit myself into a format where I could be a professional gamer, but I never got that big chance that everyone wants. However, I did join organizations as a team manager, and it's been really cool doing all that. But this is the first organization that I know that it's going to run properly. All the other organizations were kind of half-assed. One of these organizations was where I met my good friend and my right-hand man in the Chief of Operations Officer, Ryan Bertusa, aka Eisenbart. We met in Cryptic Esports, where I was the team manager and he was the Chief Executive Officer over there. So that's where our partnership in esports was created. That was just a bit of backstory for me. But all in all, Justice Esports is going to be, and I will reassure all of you about this, a game-changing organization in the esports scene. And we are aiming to become one of the top organizations in not only Oceania, but worldwide, whilst growing the awareness of competitive gaming scene through social media. And so it becomes something more mainstream what it is right now. So yeah, thank you all for coming and listening, and I'll hand it back over to Fods. Thank you all.
Thank you, Nash. So let's take a moment to look at what services are going to be available to you as members of Justice to help you train, socialise and succeed. I'd like to hand over to Ryan Eisenbart Bertusa now to go through operations at Justice with Sudo.
Thanks, Fods. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Hello, everybody. My name is Ryan Bertusa. I am the Chief of Operations at Justice Esports. My background is in esports, and I have years of experience within the industry. I've always had a deep passion for it, and I've always wanted to own and operate my own esports organization in Australia, and hopefully internationally. My first endeavor was creating a team named Cryptic Esports. I had an amazing response from the community and built a brand and culture I was extremely proud of. As an independent operator, I was then offered a merger with Paradox Gaming. While I didn't stay with Paradox for long, I learned so much about myself there. It was during this journey I found one of my best friends, Nash, and together we are committed to creating something special, an organization that enables its players to be the best that they can be. First thing I'd like to go over is general infrastructure of Justice Esports. Our main communication point for Justice Esports will be through Discord. We at Justice Esports have created a server to enable good behavior and easy access to scheduling systems to ensure their day-to-day operations run as smooth as possible. To help you with your day-to-day scheduling and management, you will have access to Gilded, a website bot that can schedule anything that a player, streamer, manager needs to get through their day-to-day operations. Players can create an event on any day and have what channel the notification gets put into. So, for example, our Rocket League captain has a scheduled scrim at 4 p.m. All they need to do is create an event on that date and time and specify how long prior to that. Justice Esports have also implemented a bot system into Discord that doesn't tolerate any foul language or toxicity towards other people. In case of any incident, the bot will automatically delete the message and warn that person of their language. We have also hired a team of experienced moderators to assist in keeping our Discord a friendly place to be once our Discord is live for the public communities to join and keep up to date with Justice Esports. All in all, it's a core aspect to the way Justice Esports works. Our players we recruit will be offered a first 3-month trial contract to ensure they are the right fit for Justice Esports. Upon the completion of their contract, if both Justice and the player are happy to further their contract, then a meeting will be scheduled with themselves and parents to ensure all parties are happy moving forward with Justice Esports. And now I'd like to hand over to Greg Pseudo-Taylor to talk a little bit more about Justice IT. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Awesome. Hi, I'm Greg Pseudo-Taylor. I've had over 20 years experience in the IT industry. What I'm trying to do here is build a justice technology. I've headed up the justice technology department, and I want to basically offer, or we want to basically offer Justice Esports an infrastructure technical support platform for the players and the streamers. If they need assistance with anything to do with IT, they can just basically reach out to me. The way I see it is gamers need to focus on gaming. They don't need to focus on everything else that's trying to run that particular platform. I look to offer guidance around the PC hardware, certain optimal configurations on their system. Networks, obviously networks plays a very important role in the quality of the game, and pretty much everyone's favorite company, their local ISP. Usually we're never really getting the best speeds. So I've got, some tricks of the trade to offer. So look, that's certainly, look, the door's always open for the players. They can reach me on the tech support line, Discord. Just to go over some of the other technology platforms that Isom previously mentioned. Discord definitely is our voice and text chat platform. It's one of our primary means of communication with the organization. So it's not just a tool for the gamers to chat with their buddies on playing the games. It's also a key means for us to be able to communicate with the players and also with the management team. Isom also mentioned the integration with Gilded. Yep, that provides a solid team scheduling tool with Discord notifications and the ability to view your calendar per week, per month, whatever's suitable to you guys. We're also looking at doing a lot of bot integrations. It's kind of an area that excites me. So if it excites me, then there's going to be a lot more kind of activity in that area. But we've already got real-time Fortnite and Rocket League statistics being produced from our friendly bots. And look, that area is forever expanding. Happy to take on new ideas. Our website is going to be formally launched at the end of this month. It's going to have sections such as the players' bios, merchandise, ability to register to our LAN tournaments, etc. And given the guys probably haven't seen what it's going to look like. We have a sneak peek for the players and for the parents. It's the homepage there with our friendly Fortnite team taking the honours in the homepage initially. And as you can see on the second page here, that's what our bio page for the guys is going to look like. So some of the guys have already filled out their bio, so be all exciting stuff. Just go back to my slide. Email. We're providing the players and streamers, if they wish, to have a professional justiceesports.com.au email address provided. That provides us, or provides them and the organisation, a unified and professional approach for communicating with the remaining or the remainder of the esports community. We can set that up as a new email account, or even configured to be an alias or a forwarder to your existing email address. And the other point I wanted to make was, look, I'm all for efficiency. I feel that it is time to let the robots into our life. So automation's a pretty big thing for me. We need to get smarter around what we do for day-to-day operations. Look, we recently identified an opportunity where we were able to implement an automated feedback solution or survey solution that provides a seamless way to gather feedback from players after their team scrum practices. Previously, I believe the way we were collecting feedback was kind of ad hoc, or not, I guess we could say, not in a structured way. Putting it into a simple survey is given a much higher response rate. I can see that because I get an email every time someone fills out one of those fantastic forms. And as you can probably appreciate, I am getting 10, 20 a night. So keep up the good work, guys. You're obviously trading hard, keeping me awake, but that's good. Look, it's easy to complete, takes about 1 or 2 minutes, and it provides the coach valuable data right at the tip of his fingertips, that he can basically look at, very valuable data to analyze and just engage where the players are. So I guess that's pretty much the summary of what I'm trying to bring to the table. So I'll hand it back to you, Ed.
Great, thank you, Ryan. Thanks, Greg. Really appreciate it. So now it's been mentioned a few times in this presentation already, but I'd like to talk to you just a little bit about the Twitch streaming platform and introduce you to our Twitch content creators. So for anyone who isn't aware, Twitch is a popular online service for watching and streaming digital video broadcasts that has over 2 million unique streamers every month and over 100 million registered users. Twitch was acquired by Amazon in 2014 for $1 billion, and so now it has the backing of one of the world's largest companies, and they are investing. When it was originally founded in 2011, Twitch was focused entirely on video games, but it's since expanded to include streams dedicated to artwork creation, artwork creation and talk shows, and the occasional TV series. So why is Twitch a success? People enjoy watching others who are good or engaging at what they do. It's that simple. In the same manner as it's not strange for a home cook to watch the Food Network, or a backyard football player to watch a football game on TV, gaming speaks to people who enjoy the culture of games. The thing that makes Twitch so sticky is that people are not just watching others, it's live social video. The broadcaster is speaking to the viewers, and the viewers are chatting with the broadcasters and each other. It's the creation of a community. So Twitch has created a new way to consume content for esports enthusiasts and casual gamers alike, and you can generate revenue and make a living doing so. And we want to have a meaningful impact on this community. Justice is proud to announce the creation of the Justice Esports Stream Team, and rather than me talking about them, would really like to let them introduce themselves.
Hey, my name is Vex and I'm a content creator on Twitch at twitch.tv/VexTV. I'm from Perth in Western Australia and have been streaming for just over a year. I have a huge passion for gaming and streaming and want to eventually turn it into a career. My channel focuses on interactivity with my community, frequent bad jokes, and positivity. I love and play all kinds of games, however, first and third person shooters hold a special place in my heart, so you'll see me play these a lot. Building my community has been my best experience so far on Twitch. I've made some great friends and created a fun place for people to hang out. Swing by the channel, say g'day and become part of the family.
Well, hello, I'm Potato Sheps. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch and I'm currently playing a stack of both Rocket League and the Forest viewer games. I've fallen in love with streaming over a very short space of time, and I've got to say that the most rewarding part so far has been getting to know the awesome community who have now become our online family. We try and promote a good vibes only feel within the stream, and our ultimate goal is to build a safe and secure place where everybody can come and play games and connect with one another. I'm super excited and incredibly grateful to be associated with Justice Esports, and I'm very much looking forward to what the future may bring. Namaste, homies.
Hey, I'm Luke. I go by Fluke Online, and I've been streaming for about a year now. I'm also in my final semester of university where I study design, and I primarily stream Rocket League with a bit of variety on the side, which I've been diving into recently. I'm also planning to do a bit of creative content on there, such as game dev, which I do at university, and animation and modeling and blah, blah, blah. So that should be fun. Thanks.
Yo, what's poppin' slimes? My name is Rob. I'm from the East Coast, United States, more specifically Pennsylvania, and it's my honor and my privilege to announce that I'm officially a part of the Justice Esports Stream Team. I cannot wait to see where these guys are going to go, not only at the pro gaming level, but also just as a community in general, man. We've got a lot of people that are a part of this community that have really bright futures, from the stream team to our various professional level teams. And I cannot wait to see where these guys are going to go. That being said, I run a Twitch channel over at twitch.tv/RobSlime, or just search Rob Slime on Twitch if you're interested in stopping by and saying what's up. Peace, yo.
Hey guys, it is your boy Such Clutch. I am a 25-year-old passionate gamer. I've lived in the Midwestern part of the United States almost my whole life. I started playing video games when I was younger with my brothers. Halo 1 was the first competitive game that I ever sank my teeth into, then eventually moving on to Call of Duty, which I was completely engulfed in. The competitive nature of the game drove me to compete in UMGs and GBs, and once Call of Duty Ghosts came out, it was the fuel to my competitive drive for video games. I mean, I absolutely love the dynamic of scrimming and practicing, kind of like I did as a kid for sports. And then one day I stumbled on a game called Rocket League because a buddy of mine asked me to play with him. He was flying around doing all sorts of cool stuff, and I instantly knew that I had to get good at this game. Soccer and cars were a huge part of my childhood. Honestly, my two favorite things as a kid growing up, so once I got hooked, I never looked back. I'm very driven and motivated to achieve my goals and dreams. Streaming is more to me than just broadcasting to an audience. It's happiness. From the time that I click start to the time that I end, I am having a great time. I honestly wish to help as many people as possible achieve their dream and goals and push them to do so. I got blessed with an opportunity to join Justice Esports as a streamer to represent the org. I instantly accepted it because I've only been streaming for 4 months. It's an incredible opportunity. It's something I've always wanted to do as a kid growing up watching other organizations. But to me, Justice is not just a regular organization. It's like a family that always has your back. And I will do everything in my power to give them as many opportunities as they have given me.
Okay. So we had some technical difficulties there. Sorry, folks. So look, thank you to the Justice Stream team for those introductions. Much appreciated. Justice will run a cross-promotion program between our athletes and our stream team to ensure that we share hosts and viewers and we'll promote those channels across our social media platforms, as well as running charity streams for Justice affiliated charities to raise money for those in need. We'll also be streaming Justice events like tournaments and eventually LANs with professional casting and professional production values. So now I'd like to talk about what's up and coming for Justice Esports so that you have an idea about what to expect in the near future. What you can see here is a timeline we've laid out for the next 6 months and what activities we need to undertake to execute on our strategic plan. We're currently in the soft launch phase of operations, so our socials are up, but not heavily promoted. And we've created some hype videos, we've released our branding, and our landing website is up at justiceesports.com.au, but we haven't engaged in any aggressive marketing. Our hard launch is next weekend. We're going live with our full website with our team rosters, including Fortnite, Rocket League, Pokemon and Super Smash Brothers. We're going to have Justice Online tournaments with prize money and casting. Our full YouTube channel launch, which will feature videos of our players in game and montages of our stream team. And we'll start our marketing and interview rounds. August will be a very busy month for us. We'll be starting our player and streamer development plans and finalising discussions with our second round of sponsors. And while I can't announce anything yet, these conversations are well underway. So in terms of the development plans, we want to work with each and every one of you to develop a plan for your future success. We're just as invested in developing your personal brand in esports as we are the Justice brand. Your success means our success. And if we fail to plan, we plan to fail. So we'll be spending some time with each of you to talk about your future, what your goals and objectives are personally and professionally, and plan to meet those together. Whether it's developing a certain aspect of your gameplay, winning a particular competition, reaching a certain number of Twitch followers, we want to set joint targets and we want to help you exceed them. That is something that is very, very important to us and very close to the heart of what Justice is all about. In October, we're going to launch our Safe Communities program. This is also extremely important to us. Earlier, you heard Ghost talking about providing a safe environment for people to play in that is free of the toxic vernacular that is so prevalent in some parts of the gaming community. We want to take that one step further. We want to work with government and non-government organisations that focus on working on youth mental health issues and with the disadvantaged. We want to shine a spotlight on the challenges that young people face today and help contribute towards a better future for them with an outreach program. And we're going to ask you to be a part of that as well. And finally, we want to grow. We want to expand our existing esports portfolio to include a number of popular esports titles, including Overwatch, FIFA, and League of Legends at this point. But I can't promise you that we're going to stop there because we're probably not. And so that concludes the formal part of the Justice Esports Town Hall. Apologies for the early technical difficulties. Obviously, this is our first time doing this, and so there are always going to be some technology hurdles to overcome, and I'm sure that we will execute better next time. So thank you for your patience. I hope that you all got something out of being here, and I'd like to thank you again for giving us your time today and for trusting us enough to be affiliated with the Justice Esports brand. The next few months, I'm not going to lie, are going to be pretty hectic for us. And so I'd ask for your patience as we ramp up, but know that my door and the doors of all the management team are always open. Please don't hesitate to get in contact with us directly. We are always around on our Discord server, and we hope that you will be as well. I'd now like to open the door to any questions that you may want to ask in stream chat. You can direct it to a particular individual or to the management team in general. Please just start the question with the word question and then a colon so that we know it's one that you want us to answer. So please go ahead and we'll do our best. And if there are no questions, that's fine as well. We can wrap up. That's no issue. But the floor is open, guys. Please go ahead. We'll give you a minute to ask those questions. Okay, we have a question from Ober and Draco. So these online tournaments that were mentioned, can you go into greater detail about them? Are they for particular games? I might hand over to Eisenbard to answer that question, if you don't mind, Ryan.
Yep, no problem. Thanks for that. Starting next month, we're going to be running our online tournaments, probably weekly, which will include prize money, both for Rocket League and Fortnite at this point. So we have on our website, we have Battlefy, which is integrated into the website. So just like Rocket League people would know Smash.gg, it runs similar to that. So we're going to be, running those, getting people involved with, having weekly tournaments and, see where that takes us. So, Fortnite, I'm not completely sure how to run those just yet, but I'm doing more research into it as we speak. So hope that answers that question.
Thank you, Ryan. Okay, question number 2. Is there an ETA for jerseys? I will hand that over to Ghost. I'm watching him fumble with his mute button. Ghost, are you there?
He did say it in the chat.
He was trying to find his headset. Look, Tuesday, I'll just chat as well. The gear will arrive to me in Sydney. So as soon as it gets to me, Tuesday's coming to my place. I'll be sending out. Anybody who's in Sydney will be to them. So Tuesday's the drop date for us.
Hopefully he sells some. Graham,
can I also add to this the last question as well? We will be running Battlefy on our website, so there'll be multiple tournaments.
Yeah, Ghost, you're cutting in and out there. So we might. I think we've answered the question. I think we've got Tuesday. They arrive to the organisation, so we'll be sending those out straight away. So I think the reality is, the end of this week, you should start seeing those jerseys arrive.
Jesse Davies, which I assume is good old Demuji, Red Power Ranger Demuji. When is the Justice Gaming House coming? Look, I mean, in the next 12 months, we're hoping to have our own LAN events, which obviously would include us being able to house, our teams in those specific, locations where's needed. So, yeah.
Can I just perhaps jump in as well and just say that in terms of Justice Gaming House, we have been looking at locations for the long term. It's not something that we're going to hit the ground running with, because the reality is there is a lot to do right now, a lot of boxes we have to tick before we get to that point. But it's certainly on our medium to long term plan, and it's something that we're really excited about, because if we're able to execute the way that we want to, then it's going to be pretty damn special. Okay, so we've got another question. At least for Smashers, often after tournaments we get interviewed on stream. Is there stuff we can shout out or promote? Are we able to grab a list of something along these lines? Joe, absolutely. I think the answer to your question is we would love you. In fact, it's really part of your role as an ambassador for Justice, to certainly shout out Justice as an organisation and to shout out the website. And we're happy to put something together, a standard response together, sort of a media pack for you guys, so that you can answer any questions that you are directed your way about Justice. That's no problem at all. So that you don't get asked, any questions that you feel you can't answer. Okay, Greg. Apparently we're not a meme. Noted. Do we have any other questions, guys?
This is definitely time to ask.
Okay, any ETA when we get a look at the stream graphics? Well, Ghost, if you're there, I'd like to hand over to you. I know that the overlays are almost done, and hopefully it'll be soon. But Ghost, if you're there, that'd be great. Okay, I think Ghost is having some technical difficulties. Short answer, James. I think we can give you an exact answer, hopefully in Discord after the meeting. But
sorry about that, Ghost. I was trying to get the headset.
Okay, great.
Cutting out here.
Yep, go, mate. So the question is.
I put the answer into chat as well. We'll get reviews tomorrow, and we'll have them done by Wednesday.
Okay. Fantastic. So let's say by the end of the week, I think is.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. We have another question from Meteor Master X. Question: should the opportunity arise, will players have the backing if they choose to branch out into other competitive games? Meteor, I think ultimately, I mean, I'm happy to defer to Haunty on this one, but I think ultimately it comes down to how competitive you are in those games. So, and also what's happening internally at Justice at the time. With that gaming discipline. So, if we have a Rocket League team and you want to branch out into Rocket League, then there might be some complications. And it also needs to align with our overarching strategic plan. So I suppose the answer from my perspective on that question is it would have to be a case-by-case basis review. Have a look at where you are as a player in your current gaming discipline, what gaming discipline you want to move to, how realistic that is, because we have to be realistic in business, and do a review. So I can't really offer you any more clarity on that. I don't know, Haunty, does that sound reasonable to you?
Yes. So regarding that, I think Fods just gave it 100% correct answer about that. If it does happen, you want to branch into something though, please let us know so we can actually talk about it though, because as we said during the roadmap, November, December, we are definitely looking out for more options. So it's definitely an option that we can do afterwards. We just have to talk about it.
Great. Thank you, Haunty. Okay, HTD Such Clutch question. There'll be a lot of complications with the people from NA considering it is an Oz-based org. So there's a couple of ways to look at this. I suppose in terms of the competitive roster, yes, realistically, those need to be located in Australia right now because we are an Australia-based org. But in terms of the Twitch presence and our stream team, we actively are actively recruiting people from other time zones because we want a Justice presence online at all times if we can. And being able to host a viewer who is just starting when an Australian streamer is finishing, that could potentially be quite advantageous to our overseas members. But I think ultimately, what we're focused on is getting the right people within our organisation, and getting the right like-minded people in our organisation wherever they may be. We don't, it doesn't matter so much to us where you're located. I appreciate there might be some complexities arising from you being overseas, but we're hoping that we can overcome those complexities and include our overseas, particularly Twitch streamers, involve them in the organisation as much as we involve anyone else. We're really committed to that, and we think we have recruited and are recruiting the right people for that role to be Justice ambassadors. And so what we'll need to do as part of your personal development plan or personal development plan of overseas streamers is put together something that works for you. And that's what we're committed to doing with each individual is what is going to work for you as an ambassador of Justice. Okay, any more questions? Here we go. For content from Joe SSB, for content we create, is there brand themed intro outro crowds that we can use to promote Justice? Basically a media pack that's coming. So absolutely, that is in development right now. I'd love to say that we're ready to launch with everything that we wanted, but the reality is, we had the opportunity to sign a bunch of really amazing people, and those opportunities, they're there and then they're gone. And so, rather than wait another 3 or 4 months and have everything perfect when we launch, but not necessarily have the perfect people, we wanted to make sure that we were able to bring on board to the organisation the people that we wanted to be there. And so that's why we're still sort of playing a little bit of catch up. But it absolutely is happening. It's happening right now, and I'm hoping that will be available very, very soon. Luke Bartels, question: will the team take over Ninja? No question, probably next week. I'm going to give that the answer it deserves. Okay, Joe SSB, that's Greg. Do we have any other questions? Do competitive players, coaches, managers get overlays if they choose to stream? Absolutely, Jesse, without a doubt. You'll absolutely, and to be honest, we expect most of our competitive players will be streaming, even if it's only once every fortnight, because we want to help grow your personal brand, and part of that is streaming, is making yourself available to your potential fans. Okay, do we have any other questions? Okay, I think we're good, guys. So again, thank you all so much. This has been a learning experience for us, but so happy to have you all here and to have you engaged. Really excited to see where we're going to take this, and looking at what we've got planned, I think we're set for big things, and you guys are going to be a part of that. So strap in, get ready for a pretty crazy ride, because it's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you very, very much for your time, and talk to you all hopefully really soon. Okay.